Okay, so let's just talk about the final exam. Okay, so please, if you log into the Blackboard, right? If you log into Blackboard, you will see the exam link, right? And then click the exam link. So if you go to the content and then go to the exam link, right? You will see the pre-computer test. And then the final exam part 1, and then final exam part 2. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is just please take a pre-computer test. Okay, so basically this is what? Now this is a test to see if you have any browser or the computer issues. Okay, and then another thing is to make sure that you find a really good place, because where the internet connection is really stable. Okay, because you need to use the Google Colab. Okay, so let's see. I think I have. Yeah, and then another thing that I like to add here is find a really good place, right, where the internet connection is this is important, right? It's very stable, right? And do not, if you go to like Starbucks, right, or the coffee shop, their internet connection is really, really slow. Okay, so I do not recommend, for example, you take the exam at a coffee shop, right, like a Starbucks, right? Please find a place where the internet connection is very stable. That's important, right? Okay, and then so when you take this computer test, right, just wait for 1 minute. Just wait for 1 minute. I mean, after you answer, the 2 questions, I think there's 2 questions only, right? And you just wait for 1 minute, and after you're completing the answers, right? And then to see if the timer expires and your test page is automatically submitted. This is something that you have to test. And by the way, you can take this test as many as you want to. Okay, so for example, make this available to yes, and then multiple attempts. Let's say allow unlimited attempts. So this is something you can take unlimited times. And as you can see, I set the timer, right? 1 minute is the time that I set, right? So it's 1 minute. Just wait for 1 minute. And then order submit, and I have to say yes. So just wait for after you complete answering 2 questions, and then just wait for 1 minute. And then another thing is to see if you can see the timer, okay? And then wait for 1 minute, yes, okay? So, okay, good. So important thing is, to see if you can see the timer, right? And then wait for 1 minute, right? And etc. Okay. And then of course you have to use the same computer in the browser, right? When you take the test, you have to use the same computer in the browser that you use for this pre-computer test. Okay? So that's the part 1 of my announcement. Thank you.